Okay. Well, what's good, everybody? We on live. Can't seem to get nothing to work right now. Listen, guys. Welcome to another episode of Cap and Crown. On one half of Cap and Crown, you already know it's your boy Relle. Back again with another one, man. Got special guests in the building taking the place of King today, man. We got BA in the building, man. What's good with you, BA?
What's happening, fam? I have no crown, but I do have a cap. It's backwards. I hope that
Yes,
matches.
sir, man. Yes, sir, man. Look like he gonna be substituting in for King today, man. Another one of these Glow Sun production workers out here, man. We definitely appreciate him joining us today. Got a lot to get into today, man. We definitely appreciate y'all rocking with us. But before we get into everything NBA related, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, join us here as we continue to talk about NBA and all things related to it. And also to everybody, hit them likes for us today, man, to help us continue to build the algorithm up to find more NBA fans like yourselves. All right, BA, you ready to get to it, man?
Let's rock.
All right, man. Hopefully this plays. Let's see if this plays. Nope. One example zero. Okay. Well, can't play that either. Well, let's get to this to these well, let's to the game, I should say. The recap of the game. We watched the Detroit Pistons and the Atlanta Hawks. So let's get into the recap of that here real quick, BA. So check it out. Go ahead and put that into people's face. So check it out,
In
man.
people's face.
The Detroit Pistons win 99-98 against the Atlanta Hawks tonight. Field goal percentage. Atlanta shot 38 of 89 for 43%. Detroit 38 of 86 for 44. 3-point percentage 14 of 40 for Atlanta for 35%. 5 of 26 for 19% for Detroit. Free throws was 8 of 11 for 73% for Atlanta. 18 of 24 for 75% for Detroit. Turnovers was 13 to 22. Detroit lost that battle. Let's get to the rebounds down here. Offense, total rebounds was 34 to 60 for Detroit, but offensive rebounds was 18 to 7 Detroit. All right, BA. Go ahead and let the folks at home know, man. What was your takeaway from this game today, man?
To me, this is real simple. I was watching this game. I'm very invested as a New York Knicks fan. In Detroit, they're number one in the Eastern Conference. Atlanta's like seven, eighth in that range. And when I look at Detroit, I was literally watching this game, and holla if you hear me on this one, but I felt like they literally just played pause with the Atlanta Hawks the whole entire game. I don't think they pressured themselves. I don't think that they were angsty or anxious or anything like that. Even when the score was like nip and tuck throughout the whole fourth quarter, they went on like a 17-6 run to end the game. They just did not really care that they were playing the Atlanta Hawks, and they said we have Kay Cunningham and y'all don't. And Kay just pretty much closed out the game, went on 1v5, and still got to lay up the score after having a jump shot to close it. Like, the, they just did not really feel pressured at all. And I was surprised. I was like, yo, they going to mess around and Landon going to hit a couple more shots, so on and so forth, and maybe get the victory. No, Detroit just they're on another level right now, in which I am surprised they got to this level of easiness this fast based off of last season. So I think they hit the corner. They are prime. They are ready. And you could tell this score does not indicate the level of patience that this Pistons team had, in which they just took over when they needed to take over.
Right. Yeah. No, you right. What you think about the Atlanta side though?
Atlanta. I don't even think they're missing Trey Young like that.
Mm.
To be 100% honest with you, the kid Johnson, Jalen Johnson, he's been putting on a tear. Scoring wise, he's averaging over 20 something points a game. He just had a 41-point performance against Philadelphia. And it's like he's the one that grabbed the ball when Trey is out. Shout out to Duke. He's a standout from Duke. And he's literally putting the team on the shoulder. So he performed well, and a few others did. But and like I said, At no point did I think that they was actually going to really take this victory. Homeboy from Minnesota, Nikhil Alexander Walker, he had a hell of a performance, and he missed a
Mhm.
shot. He missed that tray that would have pretty much iced the game for them in a sense. But you got to make the shots that's there, and he was wide open. But he performed very well in this particular point of game. Um, and then their center, Okongwu. Brother,
Congo.
I apologize if I butcher your name, but you performed well too. You're a stretch five. I prefer you get a little bit more inside and get some easier buckets for yourself. But what I'm saying, your game is your game in a sense. But like I said, at the end of the day, I don't think they're 100% missing Trey Young. He's cool, but then they're gonna take a hit defensively because right now when you see Atlanta, they rolling out with 6'8" across the board. You know what I'm saying? 6'8" on up. They are a very tall team without Trey Young. And honestly, the KP they missed him as well too. So I like this. I like to see how they kind of look all together and see the mixed matches they're going to do then. But as of right now, Jalen Johnson has taken over the scoring load. I'm a little disappointed. Rel, you can help me out on this one. The Frenchman, the rookie,
Ricochet.
Rashad Shea.
Zachary Ricochet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's just, for lack of a better word, man, I'll call it what it is. He's soft, man. He's just a soft freshman, man. And I wish he get a little
Mhm.
bit more grind, pause, or just a little bit more, just that American swag. He doesn't have it. And he fades away to the point where sometimes you forget he's even playing the game. You're not supposed to let Jalen Johnson come through and just take your spot, take your scoring load in a sense. And you're the future of the team in a sense. So I don't necessarily like that. I know he's 1 year in, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You don't let nobody take a spot when you have an opportunity to score when the main person's out.
Right. Listen, man. A few things. Let me get on. As a matter of fact, let me talk about the Pistons first, bro. Listen, I don't think anybody understands that Kate Cunningham nearly had a quadruple double today. I don't think anybody understands that. The dude had, what was it, 18 points. He had 8 rebounds, 8 assists, I
Correct.
believe, like 7 steals.
Correct. Correct.
The dude almost had a quadruple double today. And it's the second game we
Yes,
didn't
he
cover
has
and
six
well
steals.
play. Oh, 6 steals. Okay, so yeah, steals nearly a
But
quadruple double.
on top of that, he had 3 blocks too. So shout out to filling up the stat line. Three
Shout out
blocks, yo.
to
That's
bro.
impressive,
Listen,
man.
shout out to DFW's finest, bro. Kate Cunningham. Listen, I'm gonna say I'm gonna continue with Kate Cunningham, but I'm gonna save him for last. Darren, I'm gonna save him for last too. I gotta give Jenkins his props. I thought Tobias Harris was gonna do a little bit more than what he did today, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? Like he was, I mean, he was okay. He didn't shoot well from the field or whatever, man, but he played okay. No, the team as a whole didn't really shoot too well from the threes. We saw the stats there at the beginning of the show, whatever.
They was missing Duncan Robinson too.
I was just about to say that. So a lot of what Duncan Robinson brings to this team this year, man, they did not have it out there. Spacing was atrocious today. As you can see, both teams did not score over 100 points today. So it was a defensive minded battle today. Like I said, both teams could not gain any type of momentum on the offensive end, which, what I'm saying, like, believe it or not, I know people probably equate Atlanta to not being a good defensive team. If you've been watching Atlanta here, probably since Trey Young has been hurt,
Take a
like you
stretch.
just said a minute ago, their defense not
Hmm.
no joke. Their defense is not no joke. Matter of fact, I believe like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I told Keen it was a stat that with Trey Young in the lineup, they were 28th in defense. Without Trey Young in the lineup, I believe they were like second or first or something like that in defense within that stretch without Trey Young in the lineup. So,
Hmm.
and you got a guy like Nikhil and Alexander Walker, man, who's been tremendous for the team, bro. Like you said, bringing that defensive intensity and giving them a scoring punch off the bench. It's been Nikhil and it's been Jalen Johnson over this run here since Trey Young been out. So shout out to both of them. But I'm gonna get on them here in a minute. I don't think I wasn't really happy with the way Detroit played in the first half. They had like 12 turnovers early in the first half, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just not taking care of the ball and stuff like that, being lackadaisical with the ball. The offense looked a little stagnant. Guys weren't able to catch the ball when they were getting passes into the paint, all that type of stuff. Guys weren't finishing around the rim. Now you could probably,
On
chalk it
both
up to
sides.
Yeah, on both sides. But you probably chalk it up to the defense. That's fine. But I'm just saying, just for the offense, it just didn't look like it was flowing today. The fact that they actually did what they were supposed to do in the second half. Shout out, like you said, shout out to Cade Cunningham there, man. Because I wanted Cade to be a little bit more aggressive today. I was kind of hoping that he was going to kind of, change, turn the corner there in the second half. But listen, the dude, like I said before, the dude nearly got you a quadruple double. I don't think anybody understands what I just said. A quadruple double with 6 steals. He almost got you a 5x5 today. The boy almost got you a 5x5. Those 3 blocks that you're talking about, those were solid strips as guys going up, stripping and all that. Shout out to Cade Cunningham, man. Great defensive effort for him today. Jalen Duren, he's the reason why they stayed within, connected to Atlanta throughout the game. It was a back and forth game all game. Nobody really established anything today. So it was a back and forth game. Shout out to Jalen Duren. He is the reason why they stayed connected long enough to take over there in the fourth quarter. Excuse me, and then win the game. So shout out to him too. Amon played pretty solid today, man, on the defensive end. The rebounder today, Stewart, Duren, Cade. Who else? Who else had a matter of fact? Thompson. The team in general, bro, was played real well. Didn't he have like we say 60? It said 60 rebounds, didn't he? As a team or whatever.
Yeah, man.
So listen, cleaning up the boards, man. The fact that, like I said, with them having 12 turnovers, yeah, you better clean the boards up. You got to make it up somehow. You know what I'm saying? So they did that today, man. So shout out to the whole entire Pistons right now. Like you said, man, the Pistons are looking at that team.
Oh, absolutely. I know a lot of people probably. Whoa, we gotta pause that. You don't. Hold on. You went too far when you said the whole team, because I want your thoughts on your boy Jaden Ivey. Yeah, he just came out for injury last year. This is supposed to be his comeback year, getting in the flow of things. Nice young player. You wouldn't even thought he played today. That's his stat line. I think he got like one. Hold on, let me check that. 1 assist in 14 minutes. Everything else was a 0.
So you saying Jaden Ivey's playing himself out of the rotation?
On board, like they giving him the opportunity. Now they can't say 14 minutes is a lot of minutes in the NBA. They can't say they're not giving you the opportunity, but it's between him and Tobias, because I'm not a fan of Tobias. I think he's absolutely garbage. I don't know why he's still around in the league per se, but he was a -16 tonight. So hey, as long as you got somebody that's playing a little bit worse when it comes to the plus minus than you good to go. But I just think they're holding on to Jayden just a little bit. But if you keep having performances like this, because he had opportunities, he had shots, and he just kept missing. Like I don't, his drive is gone. Like I don't know whether the injuries are getting to him mentally in a sense, but he's not driving. Like he just spot up. He was a spot up shooter tonight. That's never been a game,
and it was short. That was short too. A lot of them shots
was trash.
Short.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying. So hopefully he gets it out his head that he's a born driver. He's skilled. He got an offensive skill set. He has a package pause, and he got to use that, man. But the spot up threes, that's never been your game, and it's not going to be your game. So I just wanted to give a little attention to when I saw all those zeros across the stat line.
Listen, what you saying that you got to think about this too, BA. The fact that you got multiple guys that kind of fit your mold, right? Like I said, you got Holland. Holland looked good today. So shout out to Holland, especially on the defensive end. Holland's a pretty good defender, man. So they are definitely gonna keep him in the rotation. LeVert was added some offensive punch off the bench.
LeVert, yes, he played
he
very
added
well
some punch off the bench, especially in the fourth quarter. So shout out to him. Like you said, Stewart coming off the bench. You already know what he's gonna bring to the team. So you got guys like LeVert and Holland who are kind of taking in that same mode. They're going to take some of those minutes from him because they're adding consistency on the team right now. Those are two guys are two of the main reasons why this team is hot right now. You know what I'm saying? So it might be one of those cases, bro, where now that you say that, to be honest with you, BA, I forgot about Ivy. I forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm not trying to be mean or nothing like that. I completely forgot. So it might be one of them cases where you see what you have out of, like I said, a Roland and a LeVert. Then you got Jenkins, who plays pretty well. He can actually stretch the floor for them.
Robinson.
So you got Robinson, yes. So you kind of got your 4 guys right there. I think it's to the point, and then plus Cade is a guard. So they might be one of them cases where I might be gone at a trade deadline. just to kind of make room or whatever. So it's like, yeah, we gave you a chance and all that stuff, give you opportunity. Yeah, like you said, I understand he was hurt last year. He was hurt last year. He came back. I mean, it is for him, bro. And it's not like they need him right now. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we got other guys who are covering for that position right now. So, I mean, hey, and matter of fact, I don't even know if Paul Reed played today. I mean, I know he didn't play today, but I mean, I don't even know if he was hurt or whatever. So they got a guy like Paul Reed that's pretty solid in that rotation. You know what I'm saying? So guys are gonna probably be out this rotation or gonna be looking to probably get moved during the trade deadline, because I think Detroit's gonna be one of those teams that's, because of the position that they're in right now. Yeah, they're gonna try to go for it or whatever. So I don't know. That's gonna be interesting, bro. But let me get to the Hawks, bro. You said a lot about the Hawks, and I agree with you. Check this out. I think King asked on Playback about Jalen Johnson. I think he's for real. I think Jalen Johnson's for real. I don't think a lot of people really paid attention last year to Jalen. I told King this. The reason why we had our top 25 with the 25 draft with Bibbs and Reese about a month ago, maybe longer than that. And I picked Jalen Johnson, and I told them why I picked Jalen Johnson. Yeah, I love that show for the crossover. I picked Jalen Johnson for what y'all see right now. We saw this last year before. If Jalen Johnson did not get hurt, I'm not going to say he's an all-star, but if he didn't get hurt, I think a lot of people would have remembered what he's doing right now that leads to what he's doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the dude is a walking, possibly, I remember one game, he damn near had a quadruple double too. That's the kind of player he is, bro. He's extremely versatile. The dude can play make. He's a great rebounder. And the dude he can actually score. And you see his mid-range game. Jalen Johnson is for real. I'm going to tell you right now. When you look at players, and you can tell they're for real by the way that they affect the game. This dude is able to elevate his team without Trae Young there. That tells you everything right there. He's not one of them guys, I'm just going to go out here and get my stats, but we're losing. What he is bringing to the table, he's getting his stats, and it's also affecting winning. So that's why I said, yes, he is for real. I'm on the Jalen Johnson train. I've been on it probably since this offseason or whatever, or last season. I'm definitely on it this year. We can say that.
His stats right now: 23 points per game, 10 rebounds, 7.3 assists, shooting over 53% from the field, basically 54% from the field.
Can you read that one more time for the people?
6'8", 220. 6'8", 220. So that's like the standard NBA body prototype, I should say. 23 points, 10 rebounds, 7.3 assists, shooting 54% from the field.
People don't understand, man. But he almost averaged a triple double. Listen, I think Jalen Johnson is one of those players too, because he's so versatile, bro. He has the opportunity to be one of those 27, 28 points a game type of guys. I really believe that, bro. We just seen the dude put up 41. Like you said, he put 41 up the other night. Stupid. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I believe in Jalen Johnson. I believe in, listen, I don't know what happened to Nah this offseason. I don't know if he was with his cousin kicking it or whatever. I don't know what's going on. But the fact this dude been balling this year, bro, especially with the opportunity he been getting for Atlanta, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, bro, is a baller, bro. And the fact that I know, shout out to Damon and them, been listening to their show.
That's a mean 1-2 punch.
Bro, and they almost got him the game today. They almost got him the game. Like you said, the kid missed that 1-3 that could have got them the win or whatever. But listen, Nickeil, I remember I was telling King we had our preseason or before the season started, kind of predictions and all that stuff. And I told him about, I think Atlanta's gonna be a good team. And some of the moves they made, he was one of the guys I pointed out. I think Nickeil, I didn't think he was gonna be this good, but I did think he's gonna be a good pickup for them. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen what he did in Minnesota. Minnesota's not the same without this guy because of what he brings to the team. Like I said before, but you being able to impact winning, bro. So shout out to Nickeil Alexander. I know he comes off the bench for them right now, but I guess now he's going to be permanently being the starting lineup because he can also play on the defensive end too. Because I know Damon, they were kind of talking about the fact that, Jaden Daniels, not Jaden Daniels, I'm sorry, Dyson Daniels, I apologize. Dyson Daniels was starting for them or whatever, and a lot of them wanted Nah to take his spot. And seeing tonight, I mean, I don't see no problem with that. You got, like you said, you got a 1-2 punch with him and Jalen Johnson, bro. I sign up for that all day. So the real question for them is going to be, how is Trae going to fit in with this team? How they're playing right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what they should have
'Cause-
did. They
What's
should have
that?
traded Trey. They
You
should have
sound like
traded Trey.
King, but go ahead.
They should have got rid of him. We had no conversations about this that I can remember. But at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
um, before they got De'Aaron Fox, and I'm talking about San Antonio, they
Mm-hmm.
should have sent him over there, and maybe you get Stephen Castle in return. Maybe in a sense. Now if you would have told me this team was Stephen Castle with the other two heads that we just mentioned, Atlanta will be like somebody you really got to pay attention to. And it sucks because Trey is not he's not a bad player. It's just he's
No.
limited in what he can do on the court especially when it comes when it comes to defense. Offensive, he can do whatever he wants, but defensively, he's a
Right.
liability. So you should pair him with the person that makes the most separation when it comes to defense in the whole entire league, and that's Wimby. That's who you should
Mm-hmm.
have paired him with, and that would have helped out Trey Young tremendously. You don't have that. You're trying to force that in a pretty much an injured, barely plays anymore. Kristaps Porzingis, he's done. He lucky to get you some time this shit. Like that's the type of person he is. So you can't replace
Facts.
that unicorn. They should have been got rid of him. But they're going to have to. It's Trey Young. It's Trey Young in Atlanta. You can't bench him. You can't sit him. He's going to have to play, and somebody's going to have to take a sit down, and then they're going to suffer for it.
Who you see? So who you see Trey Young going to if you had to trade him? What team could benefit from having a Trey Young on their team?
That's
I
a
got
good
a team in
question.
mind.
When you go ahead and say yours.
I'm gonna say Orlando. Orlando need a point guard bad. I don't think anybody understands how bad they need a point guard. When they got Baines, I remember me and King was saying that's a good pickup for them at that time. We were saying that's a good pickup, but they still need a point guard. If you get a point guard with Bain, it's you know what I'm saying. So Bain ain't have the same impact he had in Memphis. So I mean that's but they still need a point guard over there. I think that would help out both Paulo and Franz for that team. Like Franz is balling right now, I'll give him that. But I think especially for Paulo, that'll help him out because that way you're not asking a lot of Paulo. You need him to be that guy that you can have in the post that can operate from the post and all that stuff. Maybe be a tertiary ball handler instead of being a main facilitate ball handler or whatever. So, if you send Trey Young over there,
my only gripe with that, gripe with Orlando, like Bain is probably like 6'3". And I'm probably adding. So you got
I see what you're saying.
You got Bain at 6'3" and Trey at 5'11", respectfully, of course. That is an undersized backcourt in a sense. But I hear you. So it's going to have to be a team where your front court players are all solidified in a sense, right? But you got to have a big that can be a defensive maker, a defensive stopper. Minnesota comes to mind. I know money wise it's not gonna work out. I get all that, but that's the type of team that you're looking at. You're gonna have to have where your center can make up for a lot of deficiencies throughout the whole entire team. That's why I said first thing I said was San Antonio, right? But they missed that boat. And like I said, Minnesota can't afford them. So it's gonna have to be a team where your center makes up for Trey Young's deficiencies at some point. It's just not that many guys like that out there.
Yeah, because when you start saying that, I was trying to think. Minnesota, you got Rudy, because then you also have Ant next to him too, who's a good perimeter defender. So, who's the other team you said? You said Minnesota. And who else? San Antonio. Yeah, Wimby would have definitely covered up a lot of deficiencies for him, man. And he got a lot of other athletic young wings out there too that also pay attention to the defensive end too over there. It probably would have helped them out, but. I mean, it's gonna be interesting, bro, because everybody and their mama talking about it. They see this team how they're being effective right now. Jalen Johnson taking that next step. A lot of people are talking about maybe getting Trey and see what they can get for him or whatever. So I don't know, man. It's gonna definitely be interesting. I know King was saying over in Playback that maybe it wasn't Quinn, it was Trey all along. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I can't argue right now because
both things can be true.
So yeah, both things can definitely be true. But I can't argue what he's saying because I mean, look, what proof do I have to go on? You know what I'm saying? They're winning right now. Quinn's doing I told him before when we did a post game for the Hawks, I think a couple weeks ago, and I said, yo, we got to give Quinn his props. We got to give it. Everybody named Mama thought the team was gonna fall off when Trey got hurt. I did. I was like, oh, that's it right there. Now that it came out, man, looking like game busters. And to be honest with you, I don't think a lot of people are paying attention to this too. Look how close they were with Detroit. Atlanta's not no team. It's just like, no, okay, Atlanta. No, Atlanta's for real. Like, people got to start taking them serious right now, man. Especially, like I said, especially the way with Jalen Johnson playing right now. Because Jalen Johnson had 29 tonight. Remember, he was quiet early. So, 29, 13, and 7. Come on, bro.
I'm still this trade situation, man. Like, can you see something work out with Miami? Miami ain't got no guard. They ain't got no point. I'm trying to think. They ain't got no point. They got, Norman Powell bring the ball up from time to time.
Yeah, he does. I'm gonna say this too. Trade. So Miami plays a certain style. They're very aggressive on defense, and they play a fast pace. As far as like the ball is moving with that fast pace. It's not like one person is controlling it and it's fast pace. They're moving it and it's fast pace, and they're aggressive on defense. Now everybody, even Tyler Hero, he ain't the lockdown defender, nothing like that. But even Tyler Hero is manageable on the defensive end, which also helps their defense. You know what I'm saying? He's not a bad. He doesn't stand out as bad as like a Trae Young for Atlanta or whatever, right? So,
I'm just thinking Norman Powell. You got Wiggins. You got Bam. You got some pieces. I'm just saying.
It also depends too, like what they give up.
That's true.
That's what it depends on what they give up, because like you said, the contracts and all that stuff. So, I mean, on paper,
if Spo can make Gabe Vincent and Duncan Robinson work, you know what I mean? He gonna find some time for Trey. That's all I'm saying. Like, but
he better than
it
both
sucks to be a all-star pretty much, and your team is limited to like probably like less than 10% of the league that can really take you on. Pause. That sucks. You're an all-star, my guy.
Right, man. You know what? This kind of remind me of. You remember when a couple years ago when the Grizzlies were good, and then they played better without Ja. I think they were like 25 and like 5 without Ja or whatever when he don't play. That's what this kind of remind me of.
No, I don't believe that though. I don't believe that. That I ain't believe. It was nice. It was nice. Because Linsanity was way better without Carmelo Anthony. Sometimes you just gotta pump the brakes. Sometimes you gotta pump your brakes. Your superstar is your superstar in certain situations.
That's a 30-game sample though, BA. This ain't no 1 or 2. This ain't no week-long sample like Linsanity. We talking about 30 games, bro. 30 games. Remember, these teams are they only played 20 games right now.
Right, and then as soon as, if I'm not mistaken, as soon as Ja came back, he had like a game winner or two. He's different.
He did.
He was a little bit different though. You know what I'm saying? But I hear your point though.
I'm gonna say, with you would think that a player like that. Oh no, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking, because now that you got the comparisons going, I'm not saying that they're the same type of character, on both sides, Pauls. But is this not a little bit of Dennis Smith Jr.? Like when the guy was supposed to be the guy, but this Luka guy is way better at bringing the ball up, doing filling up the stat sheet. Jalen Johnson is way better than Trey right now. It is what it is.
Listen,
get rid of
him. And the thing is too, I think people don't understand is that Trey is an undersized guard. Like you said, you being nice when you say 5'11". You know what I'm saying? 5'11". It's not a lot of short guards like that are going to be able to, make that type of impact. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it in history. I think Isaiah Thomas and maybe Steph, those are only two. If you want those Iverson there for going to the finals, you can throw him in there too. But it's not a lot of short guards like that, bro, that's going to impact that way. So the fact that they have a guy like a Jalen Johnson, like you said, 6'8", 6'9", damn near 6'10", doing what he's doing, I don't think it's a coincidence, bro, that they're winning the way they're winning with a guy like him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I said, the team is good, man. The team is good. Now you asked me about Ricochet. I'm trying not to. I told King before. I'm trying not to be mean, bro. Because shout out to Demond and them, man, because he brought this up before.
Because he Frenchman.
Well, so from the games we've been watching with this team, it looked like what they're asking him to be is a spot up shooter. Go stand. We gonna go on a fast break. You go stand in the corner. I don't see him putting the ball on the floor and making plays like a Nah or Jalen Johnson or hell even a Dyson Daniels. I feel like Dyson Daniels is being utilized a lot more than Ricochet, and Dyson Daniels can't shoot to save his life. So I don't know. It's just that's like you just said. That's the number one pick, and you treat the dude like he's the 10th option on the team or something, bro. This don't make no sense to me, man.
So a lot of times with these foreigners, you know, you gotta look at Olympic play, and see how they are within their own, like, you know, within their own team in a sense. And he wasn't that guy.
Somebody, like, yeah, if I say what you bringing up, I heard somebody else on we talk Hawks. They brought this up too. So go ahead. What you finna say? Go ahead.
Okay, bet. Yeah. So like I said, he wasn't the same guy. So I don't. You have to find a way to facilitate what he was doing over there and bring it to the shore, to here, to the home front. The problem is we don't have time for that. Like Atlanta is, I think they're on a fast track with the players that we're mentioning, right? You don't bring over a Nikhil Walker just to be in a rehab. I mean, in a rebuild. No, he's one of those solid dudes where as though, all right, I got my guy. We can go to the playoffs with this guy. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to see what happens once we get there. Jalen Johnson is emerging as one of those dudes. He's going to be an all-star next year. If not this year, he's going to be an all-star next year.
He's going to be this year for sure.
So like they're changing. They're moving forward. They don't have time for a project like him. That's, you know what that's for? That's for Washington. Shout out to Washington that just beat Milwaukee tonight. That's a Washington and their freshmen that they got over there that they can SAR them boys where they can kind of walk their way to wherever they need to go. This ain't that time. This the Atlanta. They changed up their whole script. So homeboy might be on. I'm not saying he on his way out, but he might need to change the scenery for a number one pick. That's crazy.
You know what? We saw it happen with Denny. Denny got to change the scenery out here, looking like he might be a first-time All-Star. Look, bro. So you brought up the Olympics. This is how you know. This is how you know it's bad for SAR. I'm sorry, not SAR. Ricochet. Ricochet was not even the number one option when Wemby didn't play. When they had what was it, the FIBA or the Euro championships they just had. SAR was on the team. It was not even the first, second, or third option on the team. BA, you hear what I'm saying? You are the number one pick in the NBA. You are not the first, second, or third option when Wemby is not playing. That's not good, bro. That's not good. And so, look, man, it's to the point. I don't think anybody should expect anything from him. Now, like you said, hey, he might go to another team and take a leap like Denny just did. He might. I'm not gonna sit there and say it can't be possible. But is it probable? I don't think so. Like I wouldn't put King's house on it or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's to the point like he's what he is right now, which is why people are saying like I know King been screaming this. They should have drafted SAR. I don't care if SAR didn't want to go there and all that stuff. Hey, Ace Bailey didn't want to go to Utah. What did Utah do? Still drafted him. You still draft that player, bro.
Balling a little bit. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And SAR been balling. Like SAR look like the best player out of that draft right now. And so it's like, bro, ain't no way in the world this dude should have been a number one pick, bro. He should have been a number one pick. It ain't for your SAR player to say, yeah, we drafted this guy to be a role player at his own mouth. It's like, bro, like, what? I ain't never heard nobody say number one pick is supposed to be coming here to be a role player, bro. I've never seen it. I've never seen a number one pick. You purposely drafting a role player at number one. I've never seen it before. Not that this person turned out to be a role player. We talk about you came in with the mind frame. I'm drafting you to be a role player.
Trying to say he's Kwame Brown, yo? Is that what you said?
Listen,
it was Tyson Chandler and other players in the draft, and you chose Kwame.
Listen. I'm trying to I guess try to take the positive out of what this kid can do. Like you
He's
said,
a good
tall
kid.
dude. Like
That's the problem. He a good kid. Like his
I,
energy
wa-
is
I
there. He doesn't get down on himself. Paul. Like it's just something isn't clicking for him, and
listen,
it's hard to press that button on some dudes, man. Pause.
and you got to think about this too. I think me and King bring this up all the time. Like sometimes it's that thing, bro, that you really can't put a name or a stat or anything on. You gotta have it, bro. Like you gotta have that it factor or whatever, right? He don't have that, bro. Like I don't know. It sometimes you can see it with you can see the makeup of a player and say, okay, that you know what, he got something. I could see something there. I just don't see it with Ricochet, bro. That might be one of the worst number one picks of all time. And not because he a bust. I mean, well, he Kwame Brown or nothing, or Bennett or anything. He's a role player. Like I said, you drafted him
Hmm.
with the mind frame of being a role player. That just didn't make any sense to me, bro. But I don't know, man.
He ain't got that
This
dog
might
in him, yo. Let's just call it what
he
it is,
don't
man. He ain't got that
yeah,
dog
he
in him.
don't have that dog. He definitely don't have that dog, bro. That's why I'm just like, I don't know, man. That's you the number one pick. You're not even one of your top 5 options, bro. Just go stand in the corner. We'll set you up when we get over there. It's like, wait, what? I'm a number one option. I'm the number one option. What are we talking about? 22 minutes, 4 points. Come on, bro. What we doing, man? What we doing? I don't know. Yeah, like I said, you sometimes you see it, and then sometimes you don't, man. I just don't see it with the kids. So, but you got anything else
They
you want
know
to
too.
add, bro?
Atlanta know.
Oh yeah,
No, man, it was just between, like I said, we just spotlighting this particular game. And like I said, we're giving Atlanta a lot of praise in a sense, but I think, bro, you're thinking that they're way more serious, and you definitely provided information behind that. I'm just thinking on the Detroit side of things. I just think that they were just playing with their food in a sense, right? In an animalistic sense, they were just playing with their food until K said, "I'm gonna take over," and that's what he did, man. And it was one of those things where I didn't want to see that, because that tells me that they know that they're way better than what they are. They know that
bro.
they're starting to feel like they can just roll out of bed and just perform decently and they'll win games. That's maybe they didn't earn that right yet, but that's how they playing sometimes, and they did. I don't think they took this game 100% serious. Um, but like I said, when you got certain dudes on your team, just make it close. I'll take over when needed, and that's what K did. If you look, I said, you called out a stat line. I mean, then they gave you 5 for 5 in a sense, right? And it's like damn, like this dude. I was what he didn't break a sweat. He did not
No,
break a sweat, bro. When I say I was what, bro, he didn't break a sweat, bro. He was smiling towards the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? You know how Kobe would get that Kobe look and stuff like that. Dirk would get that look. Certain guys would get that, like, I'm about to take the game. The dude was smiling the whole time, dog. Like, yo, like it's nothing for me right now. And that's how he played the game. And I'm like, and he still gave you that stat line. Like, how you gonna come to him at the end of the game like, yo, I feel like you could have played harder, dog. Dog, you see my stats?
yeah.
Hey, whatever the defense gave, I took. That's all I did. You right.
You know
Thank
what's
you, K, for
you
winning
know
the
what's
game for us.
what's crazy too. What you just said with the whole like he just kind of was out there, and you like dang, but he wasn't super aggressive as far as getting his or whatever scoring, bro. I
Mm-hmm.
think K started to turn that
He
corner
played
where
well.
he kind of that Luca-ish type of corner where it's like, yo, I ain't got to go out here and kill you with the scoring, bro. I'm gonna carve you up with these passes and stuff like that, man. It's playmaking. That's what he did today. You know what I'm saying? Like you saw pockets of the game. It's like, let me just get into the paint. I'm finding backdoor cutters. I'm finding guys for the lob, all that type of stuff. Guys in the corner, weak side for threes and all that type of stuff. And that's what he did today, bro. I'm just like, yo, listen, man. Cade, man. I don't know why he's not more in the conversation for MVP. I think some people are starting to kind of talk about putting him in that conversation. But listen, for you to have
It,
Detroit right now, I
mm-hmm.
believe is on pace to win by 60 games this year, bro. He got to be in the conversation.
This is his conversation. This is it. This is season. Sometimes you need that season of dominance, and then people will start putting your name out there. And
Mm-hmm.
it's only him, right? We might bring up. Let's say we bring up Jason Tatum, right? It was like, well, is it Brown? Is it Tatum? So on and so forth. You can have that argument for however long you want to have it, but Jalen Brown ain't doing what I expected him to do this particular season. But you can have that. when you think of Detroit, bro, it's only him. It's only him, bro.
Yeah.
He's the driving force. He's that good. He's going to win you games. And like I said, when it came to anybody else, it's like, yo, he's a problem. And the whole conference, trust me, when I say the whole conference knows that he's a problem. That's tough, man. This is his MVP
So
year. I'm not saying he's going to be MVP, but after this season, it's going to be, oh yeah, K with the Pistons. Oh yeah, he's going to be top 5 MVP
yeah, just get at
after the
least get the
season.
top 5. No, yeah, get the top 5. Mention or whatever, bro. 'Cause that'll look good on your resume too. Um. So yeah, I believe this year Jalen Duren and Jalen Johnson are both gonna be all stars this year. I think it's gonna be a lot of first year all stars this year, bro. Some dudes are balling this year, and those two guys are definitely balling. Like I said, Jalen Duren helping carry the team until K took over there in the fourth quarter. So shout out to him. And then of course, like I said, Jalen Johnson was doing this thing. But
If Atlanta get top 6, Jalen's going to the All Star. If he can squeeze out top 6, I think he'll go.
I think you're going regardless, bro.
I think you go. Yeah, understood. I think you got to push it up. If he push top 6,
he in there.
They gonna vote him in because he ain't gonna get voted. The coaches got to vote him in, right? Like he's the non-fan favorite, so he got to get voted in by everybody else. So we'll see. But I definitely think if he gets this Atlanta Hawks team to the top 6, then yeah, he'll get it for sure.
Bro, especially if Atlanta ends up being in an actual playoff spot, not playoff spot. Man, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. Well, I don't know. I don't know if Trae Young get traded this trade deadline, but it's gonna definitely be an interesting offseason for them for sure. But hey, who you got?
For sure, they're gonna answer some questions.
Yeah, definitely gonna answer some questions. Who you got for player of the game today?
To me, I want to give love to the Atlanta boys, but we don't give MPs and losing efforts. It's no Jerry West here. So to me, it's Cade, man. I said everything to big up Cade, and he's going to get my trophy. If I had a trophy here, you know, my guy.
Shout out to Jalen Johnson, like you said. I mean, sorry, to Cade Cunningham. Shout out to him. Man, I want to give it to Jalen Duren or I gotta show some love to Jalen Johnson too. Nah, I probably do that. I do Jalen Johnson. That's fine. He gets a game ball for me, man. Like you said, he balled today. What did he get you? 29. What was it? 29. What did he get you? 29, 12 or 29, 10 and like 7 or something like that, man, today. So, like I said, he turned it up there in the second half because it seemed like both teams were focused on Cade Cunningham and Jalen Johnson at the beginning of the game. Both of them kind of struggled or whatever. And then I don't know what happened to Jalen at halftime. They must have said, "Hey, man, you getting the check, bro? What's up, man?" He said, "Oh, my bad," and went out there and was killing the second half, man. So shout out to him. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Jalen Johnson, man. He gets a game ball for me tonight, man. Definitely close second. I probably give it to Jalen Duren because what he did in the first half for Detroit. So. All right, bro. Let's go ahead and get into some of these questions tonight, man. See what we got here in these question streets. Got Queen in the building, man. She said, "Do you think Jay is a better asset for the team than Trae?" I mean, Jalen Johnson is more versatile. You know what I'm saying? You don't see a lot of guys his size that can do what he can do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can definitely.
I think it's time.
Yeah, it might be, bro. I think it might be. Pasquale, man, he says, with the Hawks sitting around same win-loss and standings as last year, though, through 20 games, are you more confident in a deep run or is it more of the same? Also, did the East improve overall this year? First question. I do think the Hawks are better this year than last year. Like I said, they not no just pushover team or anything. They went toe to toe with Detroit today, and in last 2 games they beat pretty good teams. So I think they are serious over in the East. And did the East improve overall? No, a lot of teams are banged up right now. I think I asked King who was the best player in the East right now, and I think he said it was Giannis. And then the second person is probably not even close to Giannis. So they're a little banged up. Teams like Detroit are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Atlanta's doing exactly what they're supposed to do, which is, I think I was watching something earlier, and they were kind of saying it on the video too. It's like, yo, this is that perfect opportunity for whoever's in the East you got to hey, take advantage of this, man. When teams are hurt and all that stuff, and people are out and all that, take advantage of it. And that's what teams like Atlanta and Detroit are doing right now. So yeah. But what you think though, BA?
Um, it's a different. I know records can mean a lot, right? So when you look at last year, you look at this year, like, oh, it's the same. It's the same. So, but it's a difference in the substance of the team, and I think
Yes.
that Atlanta has a better substance. This time around when they're focusing heavy on defense versus let Trey run the show and hopefully Trey can bail us out in a sense. Like that's a different philosophy in a sense. So that's more sustainable to me when
Yes.
you move forward. So now what you want honestly is a merge of both worlds. You are a defensive minded team right now. 'Cause no team scored over 100. You are a defensive minded team, and let Trey fill in spots. Now you can see your team take a deep. I'm not saying that's your team, but you can see the Atlanta Hawks take a deep playoff run from there. They have to have a
Right.
perfect merge of both defensive philosophy, staying true to who they are defensively, and with Trey and his heroics coming in spot moments. I'm not saying you playing 3 minutes here and there, but just hopefully, like you got to be able to. You can't be afraid to sit him. There we go. Let's sum all that up. You can't be afraid to sit Trey when it's time to sit him, in a sense. When they're taking advantage of him, when they're picking on him,
Hmm.
things like that. Oh, you gotta sit him. You cannot be afraid to sit him and then be afraid to put him back in. He's gonna have to be mature. All Paul is gonna have to be mature about that. That's a
Mm.
tough pill to swallow, in a sense, boss.
Uh,
But when you
you
say
you 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 using a lot of foul language right now, BA. But go ahead.
hey man, some people gotta do what they gotta do. If
Yeah.
I'm the
Right.
coach, that's what I'm doing. If I get fired, they
Yes.
fire me. Just it is what it is.
I'm trying to
Um,
win. You know what I mean?
and did the Eastern prove no? Like you said, so it's funny. It did the East improve? I say it's incomplete, and the reason why I say it's incomplete is I truly believe the way I'm seeing these guys work out,
Mm-hmm.
Halliburton might in Indiana's done because they just haven't won enough games,
Uh,
to
right.
sustain that part. Right, they're done. But Boston, look, if Tatum is dunking, because I saw Halliburton dunk from an Achilles injury,
Mm.
I saw Dame. I saw Dame Lillard. I saw his workout. The dude was running in and out of like shooting the ball and taking shots and things like that. Like it was a regular workout. Like I don't know what they're fusing these Achilles tears with, but it's different. It's different than what we saw. This ain't Kobe's Achilles tear. This is different in a sense, right? So, um, if Tatum
Dude coming
comes
back in a
back and
week.
Boston's in striking range, that's
Right.
different for me. They got, what I'm saying. So we'll see, we'll see. But no, it's overall as of right now. Nah, they didn't.
I'm gonna say because I can see why you would say that though, Pasquale, because you see teams like Toronto, they up there. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta's up
Shout out to
there.
Bi. Shout out to Glorilla, man. She having an effect on
Yeah.
Brandon, man. I'm gonna call it what it is. He
Hey.
playing different. He playing with emotion. I'm a Duke
Yeah.
fan. I ain't never see the boy play with emotion since
Shout out to
college. I
Bi.
ain't never see the boy play with emotion. So shout out to Glow.
Yeah. Shout out to Bi too, man. Like you said. But yeah, that's pretty much I agree with BA said there. And then we got Melvin in the building, Mo Cliff, Texas in the building. He said, "What's good, Real NBA? What's good? What's good?" And then Pasquale says, "I feel like East been on an upward trajectory last few years. Says certainly more competitive at the top. Yeah, it is. It is. Listen, I know King was probably joking, but at the same time, probably serious. But I've enjoyed watching the East games this year. I know I feel like I think we have because we've been doing a lot more earlier games, but I feel like we've been covering the East a whole lot more than the West. The East been competitive, man. Like you said, it's been
Um,
entertaining. So
so sometimes that's what happens. Okay, let's say this. Let's just
mm,
throw this scenario out there, right? So in a sense, right, let's say you had prime Jordan, right, and when Jordan left, that's when you saw Kobe, Matt, Carter, AI, Paul Pierce. Like, oh, it's actually talent across the board. We
across,
just we were just so focused on him, but him was good in a sense, right? Him is MJ. Well,
Oh, he
when
was
you
good.
have the injury, so when you knock out Indiana, when Boston's pretty much done, like we don't even think Boston's going to do anything. This is preseason in a sense, right?
Mhm.
Philadelphia is iffy because of Embiid in the sense. It's like, okay, so what do we have now? Well, the other teams is like, yo, it's time to gear up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's time to show the world that we here. Like we can make some
Right.
noise too. It ain't over in a sense, right? So this is their rallying cry. Detroit is taking advantage of it, like you said. Atlanta
Yep.
to me has gotten better in a sense, right? Toronto said like, yo, we just not a castaway. Y'all thought that we castaways up here. We not. We gonna put on a performance in a sense, right? So you have other teams that saying like, yo, it's not just um, conference finals, Cleveland versus New York. No, we're gonna see about that, and that's competition, man. That's competition. That's what you need.
Man, let me ask you a question real quick. What you think about Cleveland?
All right, I got two things for Cleveland. One, I think they can never be healthy and physically at the top of their game all at the same time. It's always an injury or something that's pushing someone back in a sense. Um,
Right.
I don't think Donovan. He's a prime time player. Shout out to Dick Vitale, but it's just
Go
something
ahead.
he's not a playoff dude. I'm just you can't just put all your chips on and say no. We got Donovan and y'all don't see me at the finish line. He's not that guy. Jalen Brunson already beat him twice in a sense,
Yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying. So
Hmm.
in both
Yep.
conferences, he's just not. He's a hell of a piece, but you need more. He needs to be your number two. They don't
That's
have
what
a number one, and that's their problem.
facts.
Um,
I a million percent agree.
Facts. But the second egregious thing I have with Cleveland is, to me, they already taken a secondary mindset when they brought out those LeBron James uniforms. You know the ones,
Yeah. Yeah.
the blue joint, the navy blue joint. I said, "There's
With
no
the
way in hell I'm signing off while the man is still playing because he's the one that brought that uniform to Cleveland in a sense, right?" And I know people might think it was just a uniform. What
Mhm.
are you talking about? There's no way if I'm a superstar, if I'm Donovan Mitchell, no, I am not wearing the colors that he built in a sense. Like, no, this is my team now. We need to come up with a whole different colorway then. Well, let's come up with a
They should
whole
have.
different
They should have went further back.
uniform.
Go further back.
It was no way. Let at least let the man retire first, and then maybe throw the jersey out. Don't what I look like playing with him when he nah man. I can't do it. Especially when that jersey went to the finals. That jersey went to the finals. I
It did go to the
didn't.
finals. It
But
did
that
go to the
jersey went
finals.
to the finals. No,
Yep.
sir.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna do the throwback, you should have went back further. You should have did the Mark Price ones or
Facts.
something. You know what I'm saying? The Mark
The
Price,
Mark
Brad
Price
Daugherty ones or
joints.
whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, and now you said it, that's a good point. I didn't think about that, but yeah, like you doing it one from last year, like that. You was in the league last year. No, yeah, I agree with you, bro. Donovan Mitchell is not a number one. He would be an excellent number two if you had that Jalen Johnson type of player next to him. You know what I'm saying? To be that number one option for him. That's no knock to Donovan Mitchell. I don't think you can go far with him being your number one. Then on top of that, for him to be your number one
You
and
know
him
what?
to be
Mhm.
your only primary offensive player like that, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, okay, no, I'm not agree with that. But go ahead, what you say?
He's this is blasphemous because I'm a Carmelo Anthony fan through and through.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but Carmelo should have been a number two. Let's say they bring over Chris Paul or someone like that. If you give
Mm-hmm.
somebody, if you would have given Melo a premier point guard, Darren Williams, Chris Paul, something of that breed, they would have ran the show, and then Carmelo would have been a finisher. It looks like Carmelo is the number one, but he's really the number two in a sense, right? And I know that's blasphemous. I know New York's going to hate me for that, but trust and believe, y'all know how far Melo went on both conferences. He had Chauncey Billups and he had Jason
Mm-hmm.
Kidd. The wheels fell off in a sense, right? They made him better because he didn't. They made Melo better in a sense, right? Donovan Mitchell, if he would have had a bona fide one that can kind of do it all, like you said, like a Jalen Johnson kind of a dude, it will make him look like he's number one. It will make Donovan still look like he's number one, but the other guy's doing so much. It's just what it is. Donovan is a closer. He's a finisher. He's
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving, but he doesn't have LeBron James. That's the thing. He needs that playmaker so that he can
Yeah,
do what his role is to do, and he can score and finish. Some guys are just great scorers. It is what it is. But you can't tell them to be everything for a team. It don't work like that.
right.
So it
Yeah,
is what
because
it
right
is.
now for
Shout out
them,
to Donovan.
without Garland, no, I maybe to agree because without Garland right now, he has to be both. You know what I'm saying? So,
And he don't know what to do.
but
He don't know
shout out
what
to
to do.
Jason, man. Nah, he really don't. I mean, he don't really have a choice because I think Lamar. No wait, he started in the last game we covered, but overall he hasn't been starting. What's the boy name? Lonzo Ball. Like somebody like that, but you need somebody who's a little bit more aggressive, who can score and all that stuff, put pressure on defense and all that. Nobody really scared of Lonzo like that. So as far as the defense is, you know what I mean? But Jason says Suns dominated the Lakers with no star or superstar. Let's go Suns. Oh, they won? Hold on. Let's see. Oh, I don't even know if it's over with yet, but I think they played today. Because I know it was the Lakers are playing on a back to back. They played yesterday. Oh,
I
dang.
mean, it's
Okay.
7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and
87
they
to
winning.
11.
It ain't over yet though.
Listen, that's another team I think. 'Cause I think we added to our list. Cause me and King been doing a lot of apologizing. That's another team we apologize about was the Suns, man. The Suns are better than what we thought. Like I think a lot of people need to pay attention to the Suns too. Um, they've been making some noise here, man. Shout out to Dylan
Dylan
Brooks.
Brooks got
Yeah. So yeah, so shout out to, like I said, shout out to Dylan Brooks, bro. Yeah, I said they Suns ain't nothing to play with, man. They're not that pushover team like you think they are. Like on paper, they look like they pushovers, but nah, they don't play like they pushovers. So shout out to them. Shout out to Devin Booker and Dylan Brooks. But yeah, man. I think that's gonna probably do it for us tonight, man. I can't show none of these clips. This is crazy. But yeah, listen, we definitely appreciate you, man, rocking with us, man, for another episode. I know things look a little weird right now, man, but they'll get back to the normal soon here. Guys, could do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, man. Join us here. And we talk about all things NBA. So you guys can join us for these conversations and stuff like that. We do post games every Monday, Wednesday, and sometimes Friday mornings, depending on if there's a West Coast game that we show on Thursdays. But we're not gonna have one this Friday, so it's gonna be a regular members only show for Friday. So shout out to the members of the channel. We're gonna have a members only show on Friday morning, but sometimes we have post games on Friday mornings for the games that West Coast games that we show on Thursday evening. So but yeah, follow me also too. Follow me NBA on the other channel, man, cause we geeked. We talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. Yeah, we have a show tomorrow. So shout out to Will and our prayers with Big J and his son, man. So prayers with the family. I know his son's been in the hospital and stuff like that, man. So our prayers are with him and his family. So hopefully, man, he's speedy recovery for his son. I think he said he should be. They're hoping that he's out of the hospital by tomorrow, man. So shout out to Big J on that one. Also too, man, follow King and them. Follow BA, King, Queen, Trav, and sometimes Devin.
And homeboy Travis.
Yeah, shout out to
Sometimes
them,
dead.
man. Sometimes Dev. On We Talk Combat, they have shows every Sunday afternoon around by 2 Central, 3 Eastern. So you guys can follow him, man. They talk about the WWE, they talk about MMA, talk about boxing, all that stuff. If you're into all that, follow their channel over there too. Follow BA on Get Off the Damn Fence. Why are you on the fence right now? Get Off the Damn Fence, man. They have shows every Wednesday evening over there here on YouTube as well. So you can follow him over there. I think that's pretty much it. You got anything you want to add, BA, before we roll?
No, like I said, man, it was good filling in. Pause for the homie King. He'll definitely be back and probably say everything I said was false and incorrect. So he can go to hell when he come back. So there's that.
King, man.
That's my guy.
Yeah, shout out to Pasquale. Appreciate you, Pasquale. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, man, listen, we will be back here Wednesday. I think what games that we doing Wednesday? I keep forgetting on Be Prepared, man. I apologize. I have so much going on. We are doing BA, you want to come back, man, for the Hornets and the Knicks? We're doing the Hornets and the Knicks Wednesday, man. That'd be a perfect that'd be a perfect post game for you, man. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that Wednesday, man. BA be back for that. Okay. Hey, man, you got to root for the Hornets in that game, man. Listen. With all that being said, man, it's your boy Relle, Cap and Crown. Got my guest BA in the building, man. We'll be back here on Wednesday, y'all. Same cap time, same crown channel. King will say no cap, cap and crown. I don't have nothing crazy to y'all because, like I said, my stuff is messing up today. I see we wonky tonight, man. We had no drops, no nothing, man. But we'll be back on Wednesday, y'all. Y'all be easy. We out.